Hi everyone, and I have a very quick unboxing video for some items I ordered from Antenocitis web store, or workshop I should say. So I will put a link, or certainly the website address, in the description. Go and give them some love. They do some really great products, and let's have a look. Now, I ordered, to go with my tavern bedroom furniture that I ordered last time, I have ordered more tavern furniture. And, right, let's get rid of the box. So we have tavern kitchen, tavern bar, full kegs, and square table set. So let's have a quick look. Now, I've got these in the spring sale. So the tavern square tables cost £8. The kegs cost £8, and the tavern bar was £16.80, and the tavern kitchen was £16.80. They're all made out of resin. Let's have a quick squiz. Let's start with the boring stuff. Let's start with the square table set, shall we? So let's take this off, and that can go on the top of the box so that I know when I pack these things away what's in the box. Side. My work desk is getting a bit inundated with stuff. Right, here we go. So we've got a couple of different types of bits and pieces here. Now, let's separate these into what we have. So we have these bench seats, and we have these benches. So we've got 8 bench seats, almost like church pews. And then we have 8 standard benches. Now we have various table trusses. We have 2 types of table truss. We have a short one and a long one. And the short one goes with these shorter square tables. And then the long one goes with these longer ones. Now, these have all got various bits of food and drinks, etc., moulded onto them. And it looks like we have 4 of each table, obviously with the appropriate number of trestles. Let's have a look and see what we get. First glance, I'm not seeing anything repeated on the tabletops. No, nothing repeated on the tabletops, which is really nice. So straight away, on the tabletops, all the layouts are different, so that's nice. So you're not having to worry about repeating stuff. Now, these items, when you make these, I think that if you were to put them into a tavern along a wall as little table booths, much like you get in places like TGI Friday and stuff like that, so you could have your table and have like a row of tables coming down like so, on an end wall. And then obviously you have the longer benches and trestles, etc., that would go in the centre of the tavern. So let's have a look. Yeah, there's some flash on these, but you know what? It's resin. It's not gonna kill you to do a little bit of tidy up. And they're actually really good. So this is the first one of the long tables. And I mean, even like the dishes, the food have got texture in the dishes. The bread, the loaves of bread have got little crosses put into them. We've got tankards, we've got bottles. Yeah, brilliant. We've got half a loaf there. A book on that one. And then again, some various different pieces. And there. So those are the long tables. These are the short tables. So probably some sort of meat joint there, meat chop. And then these two. Looking at the bench seats now, obviously there's discrepancies when or limitations, I should say, when you're casting in resin. So obviously the bit underneath the bench is solid, but you know what, you can either just paint it black or you can try and remove it yourself, although if you're going to do that, make sure you're wearing a mask to avoid any resin dust. But yeah, it's got great, hopefully you can see the wood detail on that. And obviously the wood detail on the bench seat. You can see the pattern that's been put into the cushion on the back, which is quite nice. So these look really, really good. I'm really impressed, but I'm impressed with Antenocitis workshop anyway. And to be quite honest, I know everybody turns around and says, yeah, you can print, you can 3D print, you can blah, blah, blah. That's great, absolutely. I don't have a laptop, I don't have a PC, I don't have a 3D printer, okay? I do have a friend that owns a 3D printer, but yeah. So let's have a look at the full kegs. And again, take that off. That can go on the box. Box like so I know what's in it, and here we go. Oh wow, these are something else. These are fantastic. I mean, these are a great size. If we take Eowyn and just pop her beside the keg, so that is size-wise for fantasy figures I'm going to go with. And just looking at that, these are absolutely fantastic. I mean, having these in the bar, 3 lined up behind the tavern bar set, I think are going to look pretty impressive. But again, the detail on these is brilliant. I mean, there's no stud work on the banding, but that's not an issue. If you want to put some stud work on, you can just get some polystyrene rod, cut your own studs, and glue them on. You know, that's not a major drama. But the grain work on these, again, is absolutely fantastic. Nice solid bits of resin there. Let's have a look at the kitchen. Stick that in the box. Okay, slightly darker resin this time. And let's get this laid out. Oh, brilliant. Look at that. Right, let's have a quick, first off, straight away we have these nice stone ovens. Texture wise, brilliant. Obviously they're cast face down like that, so this will be the back. You'll have to put this up against a wall or hide it somehow. We then have this chimney here. Again, nicely textured, but the good thing is that there's a little stone plinth that goes on there with a fire underneath. So that goes on like so. Brilliant, absolutely superb. We have a couple of large crates. We have some storage units, so we have this shelf. Not quite big enough. Shelf unit, we have another shelf unit with some condiments on and a recipe book maybe. And this is a little unit which is reminiscent to those that you find in the tavern bedroom set. We then have these shelves, and we have a mix of shelves. So we have two large, one short, and for the tops of the shelves we have one short and two large. Now look at these. This one's got a really nice skull on it. So I mean, some of these could be used for maybe a wizard study, that sort of thing, you know. This one's slightly warped, but you know, getting that bent back into position with some boiled water will not be an issue. And these will fit quite snugly over the top of these shelves, like so. We then have another unit. And then we come to the prep tables. Now these are, the pedestals for these tables are solid. Look at these. These are brilliant, the way that they've been done. So that's obviously the underneath. And then the tabletops go on like so. Now you could probably, if you so wished, put those both together like that in the central kitchen for a work surface. And again, both of these tops, tabletops, are different. So that was the kitchen set. I do particularly like the little fire on the underneath there. That is a really nice touch. Size wise, I mean, we're looking at, that's the big unit. These are the tables. So yeah, cool. Put those to that side. And the final one, the tavern bar. Bingo. Right, here we go. We have two curved sections, a straight section, some kegs to go behind the bar, some shelving, we have a little tavern fireplace and chimney, in the same vein as it was in the kitchen set, like so. So the kegs, they're half kegs. So the kegs go onto their little stands, and they'll obviously just go at the back of the thing. So these, essentially, they're just the large kegs but cut in half. And they come with these little stands, which again are really nicely moulded. And they are obviously moulded so that they attach properly, and you can keep the keg upright in the cradle, like so. We get another large bookcase shelving unit. We get a couple of bar stools. These are brilliant. I love these little bar stools there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I count 5 bar stools. Brilliant. And then we have some. Now I'm assuming these are the latch gates for the ends of the bar to stop people from getting in behind and helping themselves. Again, we have more shelving, similar in vein to the way that the ones in the kitchen set are done. So we have 2 small shelves which take these to the same of little tankards. We have 2 larger shelves which take, they're either going to take these kegs, these mini kegs on those, or you could fit these bottles to them potentially. Likewise, these could just sit on the bar or sit on top of this shelf, or even go into the box there. They won't fit, but they will just about go on top of that. So yeah, these are really, really good. So improvised wine rack, I suppose you could call that. Let's look at the bar. So the bar has this great detail in the front facing the public, and then obviously the cupboards underneath behind the bar for the barkeep, etc. to utilise. They are finished on the ends, so this is really nice. They're finished on these ends. In actual fact, the wraparound on these is phenomenal. So they fully wrap around, So if you so wished, you could have a bar like this, or you could have the bar like that, or you could just go for a very long bar and have the little gates at each end to stop people from getting into the bar area. Obviously it's up to you how you choose to do it. So yeah, there you go. Lovely sets. I'm really impressed with these. These will be really good for D&D, or if you're just wanting to make, you know, really detailed scenery for games of Age of Sigmar or Kings of War, you know, or some other sort of like fantasy game. Certainly lots of these bits could be used in dungeon crawlers, like Dungeon Saga, or within Dungeons and Dragons. So yeah, I absolutely love these. These are just brilliant. Once again, Antenocitis Workshop has outdone themselves. Now, what I'm going to say is that Antenocitis Workshop has struggled over the last few years with the increase in prices. They are only a small, independent cottage industry type manufacturer, and as such, the effects of the global price hikes that have been happening have affected them really badly. So go and take a look at their website, antenocitisworkshop.co.uk. Show them some love and give them an order. Even if it's just a small order, it's going to help them out. They do great stuff. They do obviously this fantasy stuff for bits and pieces, which they have expanded on in recent times, which is nice to see. They also do survival, so zombie apocalypse type stuff, Mad Max wastes, whatever you want to call it. Actually, I wonder if those are crates, because they've got hinges and doors on. These are from the tavern kitchen set. I wonder if they're not supposed to be wall cupboards. I digress. Yeah, they also do various sci-fi bits and pieces for Infinity and some other stuff, but a lot of their like Greeblies, like computer consoles and vid screens and stuff like that, are more than capable of being ported over into other sci-fi genre games like Alien vs Predator, Another Day in the Core, Warhammer 40k, what else we got, Dust Tactics, you know, or Conflict 47 even. So yeah, show them some love. Go and have a look at their website and put in a small order. It doesn't have to be much, just put in a small order. They do obviously the resin accessories, they do some metal sculpts for bits and pieces, but they also do some really great MDF buildings and terrain. Alright, hopefully join me on the next video, and I will see you soon. Alright, take care, bye bye.